to start my workout for today. I'm using my sandbag today. I'm also using my jump rope, but you do not need any exercise equipment whatsoever to do this workout right along with me because I will be providing equipment-free substitutions. There are timestamps in the description box down below the video, so if you would prefer to just skip straight ahead to the workout, you can go ahead and use the chapter markers to do that. But if you would like to see the exercises very briefly demonstrated and explained today, let's go ahead and get into that right now. So really I'm just doing one exercise, but it's a compound movement. So it's going to be a sandbag clean plus an overhead press, and I'm adding a little oblique twist with my overhead press. So a sandbag clean just means this. It means that I'm going to hinge at the hips, grab a hold of my sandbag by the handles, and I'm going to hinge at the hips to stand. As I do that, I'm bringing the sandbag with me. I'm going to flip it up and over and catch it in my elbows like this. That's a sandbag clean. Then I'm doing an overhead press, so I'm just pressing the bag up overhead, and I'm adding a little oblique twist. So as I press the bag up overhead, I'm going to lift up one heel, pivot the toes, and twist my body thoracically to face the wall. And then as I bring the bag back down in front of my chest, I'm pivoting my feet to face forward again. And I'll alternate sides for that oblique twist with each rep. So for my next rep, I'll clean the sandbag, press it up overhead, pick up the opposite heel, and rotate my body thoracically to face the other wall. Bring the bag back down in front of me, and that's it. So just make sure as you're cleaning the sandbag, as you're hinging at the hips, that your shoulders are back and down. So visualize tucking your shoulder blades into your back pockets. That's going to help you keep your shoulders back and down. It's also going to help you keep your chest lifted nice and high. Make sure there's a soft bend to your knees. You are not actively trying to straighten your legs. Do not lock out your knees. Soft bend to the knees. Tighten up those abs. Your entire core should be engaged. It's like someone's about to come along and punch you as hard as they can in your stomach. You're bracing for that impact, so really engage your ab muscles. And then you're hinging at the hips. So really push your booty back. Think about trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty. At the same time, remember, you're keeping your shoulders back and down, keeping that chest lifted nice and high. So you're trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty. At the same time, think about trying to touch the wall in front of you with your chest. You want your spine elongated so that your back stays flat and the weight stays in your heels. Do you see how I can actually pick up my toes? That's what you want for that hip hinge. All right, and then from here, you're going to press your heels into the ground, hinging at the hips again to stand. All right, so shoulders back and down, chest lifted high, abs are tight, pushing the booty back, keeping your back flat, keeping the weight in your heels as you hinge at the hips, and then you're grabbing a hold of your sandbag by these two handles, pressing your heels into the ground, hinging at the hips to stand. As you do that, you're going to bring the bag with you, flip it up and over, catch it in your elbows. All right, and then from here, you're just straightening your elbows, pressing the bag up overhead, picking up that heel, rotating your body thoracically, and then rotating your body to face forward as you bring the bag back down in front of your chest. Then you're going to flip the bag back up and over, return to your starting position. So now other side, hinging at the hips for basically a deadlift. And now as you come up from your deadlift, you're going to clean the sandbag, flip it up and over, catch it in your elbows, press it up overhead as you pick up the opposite heel and rotate your body thoracically to face the other wall, and then face front as you bring the bag back down in front of your chest. Then you're going to flip the bag back up and over, straighten your elbows, return to your starting position. So for reference, and for reference only, my sandbag is filled with about 25 pounds of sand. That is a good weight for me. That is going to challenge me today. You may need to use something lighter or heavier. That depends on your strength. It depends on your level of fitness. It also just depends on what you have available to you. And of course, it depends on how hard you are looking to push yourself today. So please consider all of those factors when choosing your sandbag or something similar and make the decision that is best for you. If you do not have a sandbag, you may be able to fashion something similar. You could grab a backpack or a duffel bag and fill it with some sort of weight. Maybe bags of uncooked rice or dried beans or kitty litter, dog food, something like that. So that's one possibility. If that's not going to work for you, you really could substitute with any kind of deadlift plus an overhead press. So let me show you a good substitution that you could use if you have dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, maybe household items. You could grab a couple of water bottles or shampoo bottles filled with some sort of weight. You could fill them with water. You might be able to make them a little bit heavier if you fill them with something like, again, uncooked rice or dried lentils or dried beans or something like that, kitty litter, powdered laundry detergent. If you want to take your workout to the beach or the park, maybe you could fill them with sand. So let me show you really quickly a substitution that you could do if you have dumbbells or if you want to hold on to household items like water bottles or shampoo bottles. So for example, you could do maybe a deadlift, and then instead of cleaning the dumbbells, you could curl the dumbbells, reverse curl, hammer curl, whatever's comfortable for you. And then you could do an overhead press, or you could press just one weight up overhead and do the little oblique twist that I was doing, okay? Bring weights back down, deadlift, hammer curl, overhead press with an oblique twist, okay? That's a great substitution. If you have a kettlebell, you could do a kettlebell, you can snatch your kettlebell and then do this and then just switch hands. So then, other hand for your next rep, snatch the kettlebell on the other side, press it up overhead. That's a great substitution. You could also do something similar to that with maybe a jug of laundry detergent. So get creative and use what you've got, but any kind of hip hinge exercise, so a deadlift, some kind of deadlift variation, coupled with some kind of overhead press. So you can use pretty much anything for weight and put something together that combines both of those two elements. If you have absolutely nothing that is going to work for weight, or you just don't want to add weight to your workout, you have a few options. I would probably recommend a good morning combined with, since you're not holding on to anything for weight, there's nothing to press up overhead. So if you want to include an upper body element, you could do a burpee variation. So you could do maybe a good morning plus a push-up, or just a regular burpee with a squat and then jump up. That would work. If you don't want to include an upper body component, you could add a squat. So you could do like a good morning plus a squat. So since you're not lifting anything, you can eliminate the upper body component and add a lower body component instead. So you could do a good morning plus a squat, good morning plus a lunge, good morning plus a kick or something like that. If you do want to include an upper body component, then some kind of burpee variation will work. So you could, for example, just do like a push-up, any push-up variation, and then come up and do your good morning. That would work. That way you're doing the hip hinge plus an upper body element. But any burpee variation will work, or a good morning combined with some sort of lower body exercise like a squat or a lunge could also work if you would rather do that. Just keep in mind that whatever exercise you choose for your strength exercise, we're going to be doing a total of 150 reps of that exercise over the course of the entire workout. So it's going to be spread out, it's going to be 150 total reps. So take that into consideration when you're deciding what strength training exercise is going to work best for you. But I'm going to be doing a sandbag clean plus an overhead press with an oblique twist, alternating sides for my oblique twist with each rep. And that's it. Other than that, all I'm doing is jump rope. So I have the lovely Victoria here with me today. If you don't know, Victoria is my beautiful silver jump rope with these pretty light pink metallic handles. And if you would like to know where I get my jump ropes, there is a link and a coupon code in the description box down below the video, so click on the link and use coupon code RUBECCA to save an additional 10% on your jump rope. It doesn't have to be this jump rope. You can use that coupon code to save 10% on whichever jump rope you choose, but today I am using Victoria. So if you do have a jump rope, you can do any style of jump rope you want. I always just kind of jog in place like this while I'm jumping rope. If you're more comfortable jumping with your feet together, jump with your feet together. You can do a boxer shuffle. If you're really advanced, you can do high knees or jump rope jacks. It doesn't matter. The only important thing is that we're counting revolutions of the jump rope. So we're going to be doing a total of 3,000 revolutions of the jump rope over the entire course of the workout. So again, it's going to be spread out, but it's going to be a lot of jump rope, so just so you know. If you do not have a jump rope, that's fine. You can substitute with any kind of cardio exercise you want while I'm jumping rope, okay? You can just pantomime jumping rope, that's fine. So you can jump with your feet together, holding onto an imaginary rope and just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you don't want to jump over a rope, you can just do like side to side jumps, okay? That can be your exercise. I always jog in place like this, so you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, but again, if you're doing that, you don't necessarily have to be swinging an imaginary rope. You can just jog in place and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're really strong and you have a lot of stamina and you want to challenge yourself, you can do high knees, maybe jumping jacks or mountain climbers, but also you could hop on the exercise bike or the treadmill or the elliptical, Stairmaster if you have access to something like that while I'm jumping rope. So each jump rope section is going to get shorter and shorter. This is a ladder workout. The longest jump rope section is going to take me plus or minus about 10 minutes. And that's the first thing we're doing. We're starting the workout with about plus or minus 10 minutes of moderate paced cardio. So you could go for a jog if you have access to the field at your local high school. 10 minutes for some people might be 1 mile. If you're super fast, maybe you can run 2 miles in 10 minutes. I think for most people, it's going to be somewhere in between there. So let's say 4 to 8 laps around the track for your opening cardio section. That would work, I think, for most people. Your cardio sections are not going to be exact. So the first section is not going to be exactly 10 minutes, but it's going to be something in that neighborhood. So you could jog around the track for plus or minus 10 minutes. You could do up and down the bleachers for plus or minus 10 minutes. If you have stairs in your home or your apartment complex, if you want to take your workout to a local beach or a park or a hiking trail that has steps, up and down the steps is another great option. But basically plus or minus 10 minutes or so of any kind of moderate paced cardio exercise you want to do is fine for that first section. And then each subsequent jump rope section for me, so each subsequent cardio section is going to get just a little bit shorter. But basically, I'm going to be doing sets of 100 with my jump rope. So I mentioned we're counting revolutions of the rope. So when I say a set of 100, I'm talking about 100 revolutions of the jump rope. So for my first section, I'm going to be doing 10 sets of 100 with my jump rope. So if you just think about each set of 100 as being roughly equivalent to about plus or minus 1 minute or so of moderate paced cardio, just think of it that way. So with my next jump rope section, I'll be doing 8 sets of 100, so you can substitute with about 8 minutes of moderate paced cardio, whatever that is for you. And then we'll be doing 6 sets of 100, so then for that section, you can substitute with 6 minutes on the treadmill, or twice around the track, or once around the track. Whatever works for you, okay? So really it's just about getting those little cardio sections, and as I mentioned, this is a ladder workout. So you have all the exercises we're doing, you have your equipment-free substitutions. Let me just explain the format very quickly, and then we'll go ahead and get right into the workout. I already kind of alluded to it. We're starting with cardio, 10 sets of 100 with your jump rope, and then we're moving on to our strength training exercise. So for me, again, that's my sandbag clean and press with an clean and press with an oblique twist. So I'm going to be doing 50 sets of sandbag clean and press plus overhead with oblique twist, alternating sides for the twist with each rep, 50 total reps. And then I'm going to go back to jump rope. With each subsequent jump rope section, I'm going to deduct 2 sets of 100. So with my next jump rope section, I'll be doing 8 sets of 100. And then I'm back to my strength exercise. So with each strength training section, I'm going to be deducting 10 reps of my sandbag clean and press. So with my second strength training section, I'm going to be doing 40 reps of sandbag clean and press. Then back to jump rope, 6 sets of 100, then back to strength training, 30 reps, and then 4 sets of 100 with the jump rope, 20 reps of my strength training exercise. And then for our last round, we'll do just 2 sets of 100 with the jump rope, and then 10, did I skip around? 10, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 for the sandbag, 10, 8, 6, 4, and 2 for jump rope. Okay, makes sense? It's a ladder workout. So we're starting with 10 sets of 100 with the jump rope, 50 reps of our strength training exercise, and with each subsequent round, we're deducting 2 sets of 100 with the jump rope and 10 reps of our strength training exercise. Hopefully that is all clear. Please remember that I do always take the time to type out the instructions in the description box down below the video, and of course I'm going to do the entire workout right along with you, so watch me do it, read the instructions, but then of course as always, if anything is unclear with the format and and how it all fits together. If you have any questions about the exercises that we are doing today, any doubts about how to do the exercises with the correct form, or if you need any further help with equipment-free substitutions beyond what I have already provided, if you need to see beginner modifications, I'm always here to help. So please ask questions if you have them. It's really important that you understand how to do the exercises correctly before you begin the workout so that you reduce your risk of injury, and also just so that you make sure you're getting the maximum benefit out of each exercise. And hopefully you guys know that it is also incredibly important to me that all of my workouts are always accessible to anyone and everyone who wants to do them with me. So I'm always here to help facilitate that. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you have questions or if you need help. I also want to remind you, especially if you're going to be working out along with the video, to please make sure that you are working to your own level. So that means choosing a weight that is an appropriate weight for you. It means dropping the added weight if it becomes too taxing and switching to the body weight version of your strength training exercise that I showed you. It means shortening up your range of motion if necessary. Please do not push your body into doing anything that it is not ready to do. It might look like reducing the amount of reps. So you could do fewer reps with each round, or you could do fewer rounds if you need to. It means resting as needed. So there are no designated rest intervals. Just rest as needed. Challenge yourself to keep your rest breaks as short as you can, but they should be as long as you need. You should only resume the workout once you feel that you have regained enough strength and you have enough stamina so that you can continue with good form. You never want to sacrifice your form for speed. So if you're in great shape, you're definitely going to be faster than I am. You'll finish the workout very much faster than I am, and that's wonderful as long as you're not losing anything off of your form to get there. But please do not race to keep ahead of me just so that you can beat me if it means that your form starts to get sloppy. And if you are slower than I am, also wonderful. Again, please don't race to keep up with me, because if your form starts to get sloppy, you are increasing the likelihood of sustaining an injury, and I don't want anyone getting hurt. It's always going to be safer and more effective to do your reps a little bit slower with excellent form than it is to race to keep up with me, or to race just to stay ahead of me at the expense of your form. So if you're racing to stay ahead of me or racing to keep up with me, either way, if your form starts to get sloppy, that means you need to slow down. So please be smart, be safe, listen to your body, use your common sense, and make the decision that is best for you, and just do your best. Remember that your best is always good enough, so let your best be good enough. Hopefully I have covered everything. I'm kind of in a rush to get this started because I'm very pressed for time today. So with that in mind, I just want to let you know that I'm not going to be doing the little warm-up routine that I normally do, because we're starting with such a long jump rope section. So I'm just going to use that first 10-minute cardio section as my warm-up. If you want to do a separate warm-up routine and you love the warm-up routine that we do every day, then by all means, go ahead and do that. I will link it up here in the iCard. I will also link it in the description box down below the video. So if you want, you can click away, do the warm-up with me, and then come back here and rejoin me for the workout. But I'm just going to be using this first jump rope section as my warm-up today, so if you want to do that with me, that is also fine. So if you are ready to go ahead and begin the workout, gather whatever equipment you need. For me, that's my sandbag and my jump rope. So if you don't have a sandbag, you might be able to fashion something similar. If not, you can use pretty much any kind of weight, so dumbbells or a kettlebell will work. Household items can also work, shampoo bottles, water bottles, maybe a jug of laundry detergent. And again, if you have nothing that's going to work for weight, or you just don't want to add weight to the workout, you don't have to. Grab your jump rope if you have one, and if you're jumping rope with me today, and then you can pause the video, go get dressed. And then if you want to do the warm-up routine that we do before pretty much all of my other workouts, you can click away, click the link on the iCard, warm up, and then meet me right back here for the workout. If you don't want to do that warm-up routine, then you can just come right back here and we'll get right into today's workout together. So as soon as you're ready, here we go. 10 sets of 100 with the jump rope, or plus or minus about 10 minutes of any type of moderate paced cardio you want. I'm starting my timer in 3, 2, 1, and go. So when I say a set of 100, I'm talking about 100 revolutions of the jump rope. Any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. We're just counting 100 revolutions of the rope. So you'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. Marking a little slash so I don't lose track of how many sets I have completed. So that was my first set of 100. I'm going to do 9 more, keeping my rest breaks in between sets as short as I can. So set number 2. Oops. Take 2. So frustrating. Oh my God. All right, so if you trip over the jump rope, you do not have to go back and start your count over. You do not have to start the whole set over. Just take a deep breath, get right back into it, pick up your count where you left off, and do your best not to let the frustration of tripping over your jump rope sabotage the rest of your workout, because we have a lot of reps left to go, and you don't want to let that negative mindset dictate your attitude moving forward, okay? So just do your best. If you're doing the work, you're getting your heart rate up, that's what's important. All right, set number 3, here we go. That was set number 5. halfway there. 5 more sets. That last set I did start over when I tripped over my jump rope because I tripped on rep number 20. For me, that's always my cutoff point. If I trip before I've completed 20 revolutions of the rope, I'll typically just start the set over because I'd rather just string together a clean set of 100. But if it's after 20, I'll pick up my count where I left off. All right, set number 8. We're getting there. Just 2 sets left to go. Let's push. Final set, and then we'll move on to strength training. 10, 20, let's start over. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. All right, that is set number 10. So that's our first cardio section. Not too bad. Even with all the chit-chatting and the tripping and the false start, took less than 10.5 minutes. So, like I said, plus or minus about 10 minutes or so. So now, our first, I'll do it this way, first strength training section. So 50 reps of whatever strength training exercise you're doing. For me, I'm doing my sandbag clean, press plus overhead press with an oblique twist, alternating sides for my twist with each rep, and we're doing a total of 50 reps. I'm just giving myself a few seconds to allow my breathing to normalize just a little bit. I want my heart rate to come down just a little bit, so I'm gonna take a couple more deep breaths here. If you are in better shape than I am, your stamina is better than I am, and you don't need to rest, don't rest, just get right into it. You know what we're doing. If you need a longer rest break than what I'm taking, pause the video, towel off, get a sip of water, and as soon as you feel that you are comfortable with where your heart rate is, your breathing has normalized a little bit, you feel like you have enough strength and enough stamina to tackle this first strength training section, come back. We're gonna go ahead and get started. So, here we go. Sandbag clean, overhead press with an oblique twist. Other side. Clean the sandbag, press it up overhead. Twist your body thoracically to face the opposite wall. That's 2 reps. We're going to 50. So do your best. 50 total reps. It's 10. It's 20, 30 more. We're halfway there. 40. Last 10. That's 55. 5 more. That's 58. 59, or I mean 49 and 50. All right, so that's the hardest round. From here, every round is going to get easier because we're going to start deducting reps. So with our next jump rope section, I'm going to be doing 8 sets of 100 with my jump rope. Alternatively, you could do plus or minus about 8 minutes of some other kind of moderate paced cardio. Again, if you're stronger than I am, your stamina is better than mine, go ahead and get right into it. You know what we're doing. With each subsequent round, we are deducting 2 sets of 100 with the jump rope and 10 reps of our sandbag exercise. So if you need a longer rest break than what I'm taking, remember, you can pause the video, and when you feel that you have regained enough strength and you have enough stamina to tackle round 2, you can come back and join me. So this round we are doing 8 sets of 100 with the jump rope. As soon as you're ready, here we go. That was set number 4. That means we're already halfway there. Just have to do 4 more sets. I know it's getting hard. It's getting hard for me anyway. But we just have 2 more sets to go. Just gonna take a deep breath and start this set over. Final set, let's push through. Set number 8. So our second of 5 cardio sections is complete. So now we're moving on to our second of 5 strength training sections. So round 1 we did 50 reps. This round we're doing 40 reps. Again, I'm just giving myself a good minute or 2 to let my heart rate come down a little bit. I'm gonna take a couple of deep breaths. I want my breathing to normalize just a little bit. I would love to be able to make it through all 40 reps without having to put my sandbag down. That's my goal. So I feel like I'm going to increase the likelihood of that happening if I take an extra minute here to breathe, but you approach it any way you want. If you're the one doing it, it's your workout, so you do it in whatever way works for you. Again, if you need a longer rest break, pause the video, get a sip of water, shake out the legs a little bit. When you feel that you're ready to continue, come back. I'm gonna start with our second round of strength training. So 40 reps of sandbag clean and press with an oblique twist. As soon as you're ready, here we go. It's 10. Halfway there. That's 30. Just 10 more. That's 35. 5 more. Let's push. Six. 37. 38. 39. I'm not trying to give myself credit for an extra 10 reps this time. That's 40, and that's it. That's round 2. So, 2 rounds down, 3 rounds to go, but we're really more than halfway through. because we've done so many reps already with our first 2 rounds. The next 3 rounds is where we're hopefully going to start to really feel it moving faster and getting a little bit easier, I hope. So back to jump rope. Round 1 we did 10 sets of 100. Round 2 we did 8 sets of 100. So this round we will do 6 sets of 100 with the jump rope, or plus or minus about 6 minutes or so of some other type of moderate paced cardio. If you need a longer rest break, again, pause the video, come back when you're ready. I'm gonna go ahead and start on my next jump rope section right now. That was set number 3. So we're already halfway there. 3 more sets to go. And then we're on to our next strength training section. That was set number 6. That's all we're doing for this round. And we're deducting another 10 reps off of our strength exercise. So round 1, we did 50 reps. Last round, we did 40 reps. This is round 3, we'll do 30 reps. I'm gonna try to keep my rest break a little bit shorter this time because I'm recovering from a shorter cardio section and I only need enough strength to do 30 reps instead of 40 or 50. So if you need a longer rest break, you know the drill. Pause the video, come back when you're ready. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on my 30 sandbag cleans. That's 15. We're already halfway there. Let's keep going. It's 20. Just 10 more. Let's push. That's 25, just 5 more. Ah. 26. 27. 28. 29, last one. 30. All right, that's round 3. Just 2 more short rounds left to go. All right. Deducting another 2 sets of 100 with the jump rope. So we only have to do 4 sets this round. All right, wish me luck. I think I could probably use a longer rest break, but I want to get this done. That was round 2. We're only doing 4 sets this round, so we're already halfway there. Just 2 more sets. Let's go. I'm starting that set over one last time. This is our 4th and final set. Just want to string together 100 clean reps. That is set number 4. Just feels better for me to start over and string together 100 clean reps rather than like cobbling together a bunch of starts and stops. I mean, sometimes that's what I have to do, but I tripped on rep like 10, so for me at that point it's just as easy to start the set over. And then when I'm able to complete a clean set of 100, finish off that cardio section strong. It's so much more satisfying. All right, that is cardio section number 4 of 5 complete. I don't like having to shout over the planes, so just using this time with the plane flying overhead to breathe a little bit. All right, starting on our 4th of 5 strength training sections. So finishing out our penultimate round. As soon as you're ready, here we go. 20 reps of sandbag cleans or whatever strength training exercise you are doing. That's 10. Already halfway there, just 10 more to go. Let's keep pushing. It's 15. 5 more. 16. 17. 18. Just 2 more. That's 19. Last one. And 20. So this time, just 2 sets of 100 with the jump rope, or maybe once around the track, a couple of times up and down the steps, 2 minutes on the exercise bike, something equivalent to about 2 minutes or so of moderate paced cardio. All right, it's just 2 sets, let's push. For almost an hour. It's getting harder and harder to get my feet up over the rope, but this is our final set. So let's really focus. set, or rep 98 that I choked on, so I'll just tack on another 10 real quick. Good enough. So all we have left to do is just 10 more reps of our strength training exercise. I know it's hard, but this is our final 10 reps. Let's fight for it. As soon as you're ready, here we go. That's 5. Just 5 more to go. 6, 7, 3 more. Push. That's 8. Just 2 more. 9. Last one. And that's 10. We are not quite finished yet. No workout of mine is ever complete until we've done our bonus burpee, so we have just 1 rep left to go. But first, whenever I do a workout that incorporates jump rope, in addition to my bonus burpee, I also like to do a bonus set of 100 with my jump rope. So if you would like to join me for this bonus set of 100, feel free. If not, just take a minute to breathe, cheer me on, and then we'll do our bonus burpee together. If you would like to join me, again, any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. We're just counting 100 revolutions of the rope, just like we've been doing for the last almost hour. So as soon as you're ready, here we go. Counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, that is 100. So that's our little bonus set of jump rope. And now we have just 1 rep left to go. Let's go ahead and do our bonus burpee together, and then the workout will be officially complete. So as soon as you're ready, here we go. This is our final rep of the day. With that, the workout is now officially complete, so let's just do a quick cool down together. Just want to keep moving for a few minutes after the workout while you allow your heart rate to come down a little bit and while you allow your breathing to normalize. So you can pace around back and forth, shake out the legs, and focus on breathing all the way down to your belly button. Feel your diaphragm being pulled down as you inhale. Allow your rib cage to expand and visualize filling up your entire torso with air, and then use your diaphragm to control the air as you exhale. Let's do a quick shoulder stretch. So bringing one arm across your body, use your other arm to pull it in close to your chest to make sure your arm is completely relaxed, and make sure your shoulder is relaxed. If your shoulder's all tense and hunched up by your ears, you're not going to be able to stretch it effectively. So relax your straight arm, relax the shoulder, and feel that nice stretch in your shoulder, and keep moving. So I'm just kind of shifting my weight from foot to foot, but you can shake out the legs, you can pace, whatever feels natural for you. One more deep breath here, sending that breath all the way down to your belly button. And control the air as you exhale. Shake it out. Let's get the other shoulder. So bringing the opposite arm across your body, using your other arm to pull it in close to your chest. making sure your straight arm is completely relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. They should be down, away from the ears. Feel that nice stretch in your shoulder. Make sure you're breathing all the way down to your belly button, using your diaphragm to control the inhale and control the exhale. And keep moving. Tricep stretch, so bending one elbow, place your hand on the elbow and gently pull your elbow towards the opposite shoulder, making sure that the fingers on your free hand are pointing straight down at the ground, so you want to avoid having this free hand hanging out up here somewhere by your shoulder or your elbow. Point those fingers straight down as you gently pull this elbow towards the opposite shoulder, feeling that nice stretch in your triceps. And again, make sure you're continuing to move. Shake out the legs, pace, shift your weight from foot to foot, and make sure you're continuing to focus on your breathing. So let's take one more deep breath here. Breathe all the way down to your belly button. Control the exhale and come out. Other side, so bending your other elbow, place your hand on the elbow and gently pull your elbow towards the opposite shoulder, making sure the fingers on your free hand are pointing straight down at the ground. Feel that stretch in your triceps. Keep moving and keep focusing on your breath. Let's take one more deep breath here. So again, visualize filling up your entire torso with air, not just your lungs, but breathe all the way down to your belly button. Let your rib cage expand. Fill up your back and all around your entire torso with air, and then control the exhale and come out. We're going to finish with a quad stretch. So if you struggle with balance, you can hold on to the wall or a chair, kitchen counter, dining room table, a tree, any kind of strong, sturdy, stable, elevated surface for support. You're going to bend one knee, bring the foot behind you, reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot with the hand that's on the same side. If you are not holding on to anything for support, you can go ahead and reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot with both hands. Press your heel into your booty cheek, really press it in there. And as you're doing that, make sure you're tilting your pelvis forward. So kind of tuck your booty underneath you and imagine trying to touch your spine with your belly button. As you do that, as you tilt your pelvis forward, continue really pressing your heel into your booty cheek. As soon as you combine both of those two elements, you're going to instantly feel that stretch intensify as you isolate your quad muscles more effectively, but you should also feel that stretch extend all the way up to your hip flexors. Coming out, let's get the other leg. So bending the opposite knee, bringing the foot behind you, reaching back and grabbing a hold of the top of your foot with the hand that's on the same side if you're holding on to something for support. If you are not holding on to anything for support, you can reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot with both hands. Press your heel into your booty cheek. Tilt the pelvis forward, tucking your booty underneath you, sucking that belly button all the way back to your spine. Make sure as you tilt your pelvis forward, you are continuing to press your heel into your booty cheek. Feel that nice stretch in your quads and feel that stretch extend all the way up to your hip flexors. Let's take one more deep breath here. So one more time, sending that breath all the way down to your belly button. Filling up your entire torso with air and using your diaphragm to control the air as you exhale and come out. And one more time, just shake out the legs, shake out the wrists, shake out the arms, swing the arms a little bit, and that's it. That's our little cool down. So if you find that you are still breathing heavily, if your heart rate is still elevated, just take a few more minutes to pace around. You can do some more light stretching. That's a great idea. Just remember that this little bit of light stretching that we do during the cool down does not take the place of a proper stretching routine. It's still really important to make sure that you are taking a good 15 or 20 minutes to stretch every day. If you have time to stretch right now, immediately following the workout is always going to be the most efficient and the most effective time to get your stretching done because your muscles are already nice and warm. But if you do not have time to stretch now, that's fine. It doesn't matter what time of day you get your stretching done, just as long as you're doing it. It's really important to make sure that you're taking the time to stretch every day because it is going to go a long way towards helping to alleviate any muscle soreness that you might experience the day after the workout. It is also going to help reduce your risk of injury moving forward, and of course it's going to improve your flexibility. So just remember that if you do put off your stretching until later on in the day, that your muscles will have gotten cold again. So you're going to need to take a few minutes to warm them back up before you begin stretching. You never want to jump into your stretching routine with cold muscles, because your muscles need to be warm in order for them to be pliable so that you can stretch them safely and effectively. So please make sure that you are taking the time to stretch every day, but please make sure that you are doing so safely. And that's it. That is all I have for you today. So I thought this was a great workout. I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did this workout with me today, thank you so much. Please let me know what you thought of it and how you did. Thank you to everyone who has been working out with me lately. And even if you're not doing the workouts with me, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful and supportive and engaging comments. It truly does mean the world to me. Thank you so much to all of my new subscribers. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And of course, a great big thank you to those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for years. Please know that I appreciate you all so very much. One final reminder that if anything is unclear with the format of today's workout and how everything fits together, how you can customize the format to accommodate any time constraints you may have or to accommodate your current fitness level maybe. If you have any questions about the exercises that we were doing today, or if you have any doubts about how to do the exercises with the correct form, or if you need any further help with equipment-free substitutions beyond what I have already provided, if you need to see beginner modifications, I am always here to help, so please ask questions if you have them. That is going to do it for today, but before I say goodbye, I just have to say one final thank you to those of you who have been watching the videos all the way until the end and commenting with the secret code phrase of the day. So before I say goodbye, I will give you today's secret code phrase of the day. It is, audiences like their blues singers to be miserable. So if you are still watching this video, hello, thank you for watching all the way until the end. Please let me know that someone is still watching by going down to the comment section and leaving me a comment that says audiences like their blues singers to be miserable. And that is going to do it for today. I will see you all next time. Bye.